Welcome back to episode 3 of Achievement Maxing. If you haven't watched the last 2 episodes, I recommend that you do that before so you're up to date on what's happening. I've been unemployment maxing a lot lately, so we made some solid progress in this episode. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this. We start this episode in the Darkmoon Fair and get an achievement right as we enter. The Darkmoon Fair is an event that starts on the first Sunday of every month and lasts for a week. It's full of different minigames that you have to complete in order to gain reputation and to get Darkmoon prize tickets that you can buy a lot of different cosmetic items with. For example, mounts, pets and toys. There's a bunch of achievements here as well, and a lot of them are tied to doing all the minigames, which is pretty easy, like getting 40 points in this whack-a-mole game. Or getting bullseye and landing in the middle of this thing in the water. The only game that was really annoying was the dance game, which is basically a game of memory. And since I have too much ADHD, I downloaded an add-on to help me do this, and the only one available was super buggy. You also had to do this 30 times to complete the achievement. Anyway, I got it eventually. And I also got this cool toy. The only game that I could not complete at the fair was all the racing games, because they are all currently bugged, and you can't make progress towards any of the achievements. So I have to do them next month instead. Eating all the food at the fair gave me the Fairgoers Feast achievement. And I got 3 other achievements for turning in all the quest items that you get if you do dungeons and PvP while having the Darkmoon Adventures Guide in your bag. Although I just bought all the stuff from the auction house. While I was doing the Fair Favors achievement, where you had to complete some quests for all your professions, I had to do archaeology. And it was here I hit level 80. Doing archaeology gives you a lot of experience right now, so this is a pretty chill way to level some alts. Anyway, I also bought 5 Darkmoon fireworks from the vendor for 10 Darkmoon prize tickets each, and I used them all in the capital cities for the Taking the Show on the Road achievement. I also got the Pit Fighter trinket, which gave me the Darkmoon Duelist achievement. The trinket drops from the chest that spawns in this arena, and it works the same as the Gurubashi arena one in Stranglethorn Vale. The chest only spawns every 3 hours and is a contested PvP zone, so only one player can loot it. Only a real degenerate would even try and get all 12 of these during a single week of Darkmoon Fair. Okay, yes, I farmed this one out as well. Although it's pretty easy to do now because it's not that many players here, and if you loot the chest, you can teleport back to Orgrimmar and turn on War mode, then head back to the fair and loot the chest again. So it was super easy to get. So, besides all the racing stuff, I basically got all the achievements here except for 2 that are related to the Blightboar concert, which are kinda hard to get now when there aren't a lot of people at the fair. I will probably have to make a group for this later on. By the way, I'm thinking about creating a community in-game for all the achievement maxers, so if you're interested in that on the European realms, please let me know in the comments if I should create one. And yes, I killed a rabbit as well. Moving on. I head over to Winterspring, which is probably the coziest zone in the entire game. I just wanna sit by a fire here and drink some oh boy. Anyway, I start with killing some furbogs and then progress through the zone as usual. I clear a cave full of yetis and watch as this guy makes a sculpture with a sword.
Nice.
After a while, I complete the zone and get the zone quest achievement, as well as the exploration one. When you kill different types of creatures in Winterspring, they will give you buffs, and if you get all buffs, you get an achievement called Echo Madness, which I got here. In addition to that, there's also a reputation here that's called Timbermaw Hold, in which you have to kill furbogs and turn in the Winterfell spirit beads that they drop to gain reputation. I thought this would take at least a few hours to do, but I only farmed for like 20 minutes and got exalted. So Blizzard has made this a lot faster. I remember this used to take hours to complete back in the day. So in total I got 4 different achievements here in Winterspring. By the way, I also completed Fellwood, but I haven't really that much to add from there, other than that a lot of the quests there were bugged, so it was kinda annoying to do. And that I got this cool rainbow generator toy as well. Now, when I finally hit level 80, I'm gonna start one of the longest grinds in the game. Namely, completing all the PvP achievements. I start this by queuing for some BGs, so I can make progress on the battleground achievements, as well as getting some much needed PvP gear. And while I run some gameplay in the background, I will explain some of the most hard and time consuming PvP achievements. The first achievement that comes in mind is the Gladiator one and the Hero of the Horde achievement. And I don't say that I'm terrible at PvP, but the highest rating that I have ever gotten in this game on my main account is 2.1k, and that was back in Legion, 10 years ago. So these two achievements are not gonna be my number one priority right away, but they are of course required for this challenge eventually. We also have to win 100 of each battleground, and since there are currently 13 battlegrounds available, it's gonna be a total of 1300 wins as a minimum. And in addition to that, all the battlegrounds have a meta achievement. Now, most of these you will get automatically or with little effort when just farming for 100 wins, but some of them are kinda annoying to do, like the Quick Cap achievement in Warzone Gulch, which I probably won't be able to do on my slow warrior, because you have to capture the flag in 75 seconds or less. If you have any advice how to do this, please let me know in the comments. After grinding battlegrounds for a few days, I managed to get some pretty good gear, which makes PvP a lot easier. I also got the Wrecking Ball achievement for killing 20 players without dying, along with a lot of other battleground achievements. I say picking Fury Warrior was a pretty good idea. By the way, here are a few of the achievements that I got when farming random battlegrounds. Arathi All-Star for assaulting and defending 2 bases in a single game. Warzone Gold's Perfection by winning by 3 points. Leaning Tower for killing a tower in Wintergrasp. Seething Shore Perfectionist by winning the battleground with a score of 0 to 1500. Doing battlegrounds was kinda RNG, because you would win automatically if all the players on the enemy team had no gear. I could literally one-shot some players. And the same goes for if my team had no gear, then we almost lost instantly. That's how I could kill 27 players in a single battleground, especially after I got my epic PvP weapons. Some random paladin also wanted to duel me, and after winning I got the Duelicious achievement. Moving on, I'm still making a lot of progress on the daily quest hubs. We unlocked another stage in the Molten Front, which made it possible to complete some more achievements there, like the King of the Spider Hill, which I got by climbing this mountain. I also went around and killed some named NPCs, which gave me the Fiery Lords of Cetheria's Roost achievement. There's also an achievement here in which you have to win a duel against another player while on the Protectors of Hyjal quest. And since there are no other players here, and since I have no friends, I logged on my main account and got the achievement that way instead. I will only do this if it's a requirement for an achievement. I will not trade any gold, pets or anything else for that matter between my accounts. After doing this bird quest for 10 days, I finally got the unbeatable pterodactyl achievement, which a few of you let me know in the comments on the last video on how to pronounce. I've been doing the Argent tournament dailies every day as well, and I became a champion with my second faction, and bought this mount from the vendor. Let's go! I also went on my main account again so I could get the Tilted achievement by winning a duel against another mounted player. While I was flying in Northrend, I also found Viragosa and killed her to make progress on the Frostbitten achievement. This rare is the hardest of them to find, so I'm glad I got that one checked off. Alright, I've now been doing daily quests in 2 different hubs for a while, so I wanted to expand this to a 3rd one as well. Enter Mechagon. Mechagon is a daily quest hub that was added in the Battle for Azeroth expansion. And just like the Molten Front, there's a meta achievement here to basically complete everything, called Mecha Done. The zone basically revolves around killing all the rares every day, opening chests, and collecting spare parts, which drop from all the creatures here. You can contribute the spare parts to build different buildings across the zone. We need to build 100 of these to get one of the achievements required for the meta one. When you arrive in Mechagon, you are also introduced to this guy who can craft different things for you. And the amount of things you can craft depends on if you have gotten the blueprint for it. And that also happens to be one of the achievements here, to get all 30 blueprints. While being here for a few days, I have already gotten 20 of them, which gave me the Junkyard Collector achievement. The blueprints drop from different activities in Mechagon, like killing rares, opening chests, and a lot of other stuff. So I will keep you guys updated on the progress here. There's a few achievements similar to the blueprint one as well, for collecting different things across Mechagon, like collecting all 8 colors of the Mecha Cat and getting all the vinyls for the gramophone. I will also collect these over time by just doing stuff here in Mechagon. There's also a big dungeon here, in which I had to complete for the main story achievement, so I got that one done as well. Other than that, there isn't much more to say here other than that I had to farm a lot of spare parts to complete everything. If you guys know a good way to farm these, let me know in the comments. Also, while doing the intro quest to get to Mechagon, I also got this cool mount. World Quest. It was added back in the Legion expansion, and if you ever played Diablo 3, you know where they got the idea from. World quests are basically a daily quest without a quest giver. You go to where it's marked on the map and the objectives will automatically pop up for you. And just like the daily quest one, I have to complete 10,000 of these for the achievement. I decided to start world quest maxing in the Legion expansion, and to unlock them, you need to reach friendly with 5 different reputations, which you earn by completing quests across the various Legion zones. So that's what I focused on. I only completed the quest until I got to friendly. Then I went over to the next zone. There is a faster way of doing this right now, and that's the Legion remix, which a few of you have suggested in the comments. But I decided not to do that for a few different reasons. Number 1, it's a time limited event that won't come back again, and where a lot of the content is made easier and sped up, so it felt a little bit like cheating. And number 2, I just wanna raw dog this challenge, and do the content just like it was back in the day. Anyway, I worked my way through the zones, and got really nostalgic when I was in Stormheim. Like, listen to this music. After crying a bit, I finally unlocked world quests in Legion. The plan right now is to do a few world quests every day to slowly make progress towards the 10,000 goal. I will also be doing the different Legion invasions for the Defender of Broken Isles achievement. Doing this you will also complete a lot of world quests, so it's just more efficient. Moving on again, I've been clearing Molten Core and Blackwing Lair every reset now, and I'm almost revered with the Hydraxian Waterlords, as well as making solid progress on collecting all the appearances in the raid for the achievement. In addition to that, I have also been clearing Anchorage, which is divided into 2 different raids. The Ruins of Anchorage, which is a 20-man raid, and the Temple of Anchorage, which is a 40-man raid. I started in a 20-man raid first and killed the final boss, Osarian the Unscarred. While I'm in this raid, I also gain reputation with the Cenarian Circle, so I will be doing this every week as well until I'm exalted. After that I went over to the 40-man raid and started to clear it. This raid also dropped 4 different mounts that can only be used inside the raid. The red, blue, yellow and green Kirashi battle tank. I managed to get 3 of them in this run, but the red one is a bit rarer than the other ones. While in this raid I also gain reputation with the Cenarian Circle, but also another one, which is called the Brood of Nostormu. I killed the final boss, Cthulhu, and got the achievement for clearing the raid, as well as for the meta achievement for clearing all the classic raids. I have also started to clear Skullmons on heroic difficulty, for the chance of a rare NPC spawning that drops a toy that you need to unlock the old version of this dungeon. It hasn't spawned yet while recording this video, so I will keep farming it until it does. In the last video we talked a bit about the trading post, and after doing different types of activities, I have now completed the monthly reward, which gave me the Sapphire Scarab flying mount. That also marked the first progress on the trading post enthusiast achievement. Only 11 more months to go. While I was here I also went over to the PvP vendor in Orgrimmar and bought all the PvP mounts that you can get for 15 marks of honor each. This also gave me the Call in the Cavalry achievement. And while we are on the subject of mounts, on the last day of the Darkmoon fair I also spent all the prize tickets that I got and bought the Darkmoon Dancing Bear and the Swift Forest Rider. Now for pet battles. I completed the pet battle daily quest in the Darkmoon fair every day the event was up. It was pretty easy to do because I could use the same theme for both of the tamers. The Lil Bling pet that I bought on the auction house, the mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, and the Anubisaf Idol. While doing that, I got a lot of Darkmoon prize tickets, and also I got the Darkmoon Eye, which I'm trying to sell on the auction house to fund my achievement maxing. Other than that, I did a few more PvP pet battles, and we are now at 35 wins. My pet battle team is working pretty well, but I'm starting to lose some of the battles. If any of you have any suggestions for great PvP pets, please let me know in the comments. Alright, now to summarize everything. I created a new spreadsheet for the PvP stuff, and as you can see, we made our first progress in the battleground categories. where the Silver Shard mines is where we got the most wins. I think I did Alterac Valley 2 times and lost both of them. I also did some solo shuffle and battleground blitz. I'm currently at 1250 rating in solo shuffle. In the questing category, I'm now at 389 daily quests, 36 world quests, and 864 regular quests completed. We got 1126 honorable kills and reached honor level 7 out of 500. We're at 167 pet battle wins, 35 PvP pet battles, and we raised one more pet to 25. Did some more fishing as well in the Darkmoon fair, and we are now at 231 fish, and I also got a few more cooking recipes. We collected 19 more pets, and we are now at 101 in total. Got 14 new mounts, so we are now at 33 in total. Got one more reputation to Exalted, and we're also making more progress on the 200k gold achievement. And in total, we are now at 2150 achievement points, up from 910 in the last video. And that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe if you wanna see more of this. Bye bye.